Welcome to Life is Great, where every week we explore another universal value derived from Judaism to help make your life the absolute best life it can be. Well, this week we have Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is the Jewish holiday of atonement, and it is known in our world as the happiest day of the year. Why the happiest day of the year? Well, if you look historically, if we go through in the book of Exodus, we find that Moses goes up Mount Sinai to receive the Ten Commandments and the Torah. Everything is fine until he comes down. Now, when he comes down, he witnesses a small portion of the Jewish people worshiping the golden calf. Moses takes the Ten Commandments, smashes them on the ground, takes the calf, grinds it up, punishes the sinners, and now we have to start all over again. Actually, it was at that moment when God turned to Moses and said, "You know what, Moses? Let me wipe out the entire Jewish people, and I'll start with you." Moses, being the lover and defender of the Jewish people, said, "God, if you wipe out the Jewish people, then you got to wipe me out too, because I'm with them. I stand with my people." Well, the Almighty gave a second chance. Moses went back up the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. He came back with a second set of Ten Commandments, second set of tablets, and that day historically was Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. And it's to teach us for all eternity. We believe in second chances. We believe that the Almighty loves us so much that even if we were to stoop to the lowest of low, which in the Torah is worshiping idols, if we were to stoop to the lowest of the low, the Almighty will give us another shot. We have that chance for atonement. And recognizing that Day of Atonement, that leads us to the happiest day of the year. So, one time there's a story told about a man, a very religious person. Every day he prays, he worships, he gives charity, does acts of kindness. He's very involved in this community. He says, "You know what? I've worked hard my whole life. I think it's time that I retire." Moves down to Florida, keeps his own money, doesn't give the charity anymore, doesn't want to help anyone else, puts on his shorts, hangs out at the beach, says, "Forget about all those dietary laws and all those commandments. I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want." Well, picks up one day, crosses the street, bam, gets hit by a car, dies, goes straight to heaven. He meets his maker. Says, "God, what'd you do? For 75 years I worshipped you. I took care of you, God. I did whatever you wanted me to do. I couldn't deserve just a little more peace and quiet." And God said, "I didn't recognize you." Sometimes we do things we don't even recognize ourselves. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done something where you woke up and you said, "Gee whiz, what was I thinking? Who am I at that moment?" And then somehow you got to get back in the groove. Well, sometimes it might be a person we love. Could be our child, our spouse, our parent. And sometimes, they also do things that we don't even recognize who they are. "I'm married to him? Are you kidding? Gee whiz." How do you forgive such a person? What do you need for forgiveness? What do you need for forgiveness from another person? What do you need for forgiveness from yourself? Let's take a moment. I asked some people in the street went to our favorite coffee bean, and asked them what they needed from others to forgive them. Let's see what you said. Did you ever have to forgive someone?
Of course.
And what did they do to earn your forgiveness?
I think as long as I feel that they're truly sorry and that it wouldn't happen again, then I can forgive.
What if they did not feel they were sorry? Could you forgive them then?
Well, I don't know. I guess it would depend on the circumstances. I feel like if they're not truly sorry for what they did, then it's hard. Yeah, I think then it would be pretty hard to forgive. I maybe could move on somewhat, but the relationship wouldn't ever be the same.
Did you ever have to forgive someone?
Yes.
What did they have to do in order to earn your forgiveness?
Nothing.
Really? So would you forgive someone even though they did not regret the wrong they did to you?
Yes, because I've been forgiven.
Have you ever had to forgive somebody?
Yes, I have.
What did they have to do in order to earn your forgiveness?
I'll be honest with you, they didn't have to do anything.
Wow. Can you forgive someone who did not regret the wrong that they did to you?
Yes, I can. The reason why is because I have faith that God will do his dealing his way, and that's totally, completely out of my control. As long as I have that forgiveness in my heart, it gives me the peace of mind of knowing I can continue to move forward with my life.
So, what do you think? Do you need someone to really regret what they did wrong in order to forgive them? It is an amazing thing. There's a thought about forgiveness and a thought about reconciliation, and they're two different things. Yom Kippur is a happy day. It's a day because God forgives us, and it's a day where the opportunity is to reconcile our schisms that we've created with other people. You know, you think for a minute, what's the best part about having a fight with your wife? Making up. That's what Yom Kippur is. Yom Kippur is a time to make up. Now, God forgives us for our sins, but on Yom Kippur, He only forgives us for our sins between Him and us. He does not forgive us for our sins between us and our fellow man. That requires reconciliation. These are two different things. So first let's talk about forgiveness, and then we'll talk about reconciliation. So I have a friend of mine, he tells me that there was someone who comes over to him, he says, a fellow rabbi, he says, Rabbi, I want you to know I'm going to forgive my business partner of 20 years after he stole all the money in the business. He embezzled everything out of the business and left me high and dry. My friend said, why in the world would you just forgive him? Was he even sorry? He goes, no, he's not sorry. He goes, so why are you going to forgive him? He says, Rabbi, I've been an alcoholic my whole life. I've been sober for 21 years. And if I don't forgive my business partner, I know I'm going straight back to the bottle. See, forgiveness is not only about the other guy. Forgiveness is about us too. Forgiveness is a spiritually healthy thing to do. And if you've ever wondered, why is it that children on a playground, when they're 6 years old,